from the village. This is Erin Parsons, and I am the candle making specialist with Village Craft and Candle. And today I'm going to be talking to Neha, who is a professional perfumer. So thank you for joining me, Neha.
Hi, Erin. How are you doing? Thank you for inviting me. Nice meeting you.
It's lovely to meet you as well. So can you tell us a little bit about what a perfumer is?
Uh, Perfumer, in very simple terms, I'll say someone who creates fragrances as per the need of customers. So, based on the customer requirements, they create fragrances for different applications, for candles, for personal care, for EDT, and definitely on different olfactive profiles.
Right. Oh, that's great. So, is there a big difference between how you would make a fragrance oil for a candle as opposed to one that you would do for like a perfume?
Absolutely, there is a lot of difference when we make a fragrance for candles versus EDTs or even personal care applications. We need to make sure while creating fragrances that we are using proper solvent. Also, every application has different requirements from regulatory compliances, from performance perspective. So we need to take care into consideration all these parameters while creating fragrances for different applications.
Right. So, from a perfumer's perspective, what would you say is the importance of a fragrance in a product?
Yeah. So from a perfumer's perspective, I'll describe that fragrance is one of the first impression which consumers get about the product when they shop for a product. So fragrances help consumers to understand product in a better way. So let me put it in this way that we all agree that fragrances evoke emotion. Smelling a fragrance makes consumers nostalgic. To give you a personal example, I'm born and brought up in India. So whenever I smell sandalwood fragrances, sandalwood notes, it just makes me very nostalgic. It reminds me of my childhood days in India, the celebrations, traditions which we used to have in India, and this brings a feeling of comfort, happiness to me. Also, one more example I'll give is lilac. Most of the baby products have lilac fragrance in it. So whenever I smell lilac or lilac fragrances, it reminds me of the early childhood days of my son when he was born and just makes me very emotional. So I can say that fragrances kind of with the help of these emotions, nostalgia, they help a brand to build a relationship with a customer. They help a brand to develop its identity. I can say that.
Right. Right. So fragrances, as you know, and I know, but they have a top, mid, and a base note. So can you
Yes.
explain those for customers
Yeah.
who don't really fully understand what those are and
Uh,
the meaning behind them?
Absolutely. Yeah. So top note, middle note, and base note. These are the basic structure of fragrance. Usually in perfumery term, we describe it as a fragrance pyramid, which is composed of top, middle, and base note. These notes are like top notes, middle notes, bottom notes. These notes are usually based on the weight of fragrance molecules. To explain you in more detail, top note is the first note, or like when we smell fragrance at first, it is the top note which we get to smell first. Okay. It is usually made out of lighter molecules, for example, citrus, aldehyde, sometimes even spices. Since they are made out of lighter molecules, top notes even evaporate faster. Following top note comes the middle note, which we call as the heart of the fragrance. These are usually composed of notes like florals, fruity notes. And following the heart of the fragrance is the base, the bottom of the fragrance, composed of heavy molecules like musk, amber, wood, and these are usually long lasting notes. You will be surprised that base notes sometimes last from hours to weeks to even sometimes to days as well.
Oh,
So, Yeah, so these notes are very important while crafting a fragrance. And uh, as a perfumer, I would say that it is our responsibility to make sure that these notes are very well balanced to get a well-rounded fragrance. And also, as a perfumer, we can change the balance of these notes as required by customer for their product.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very fascinating. Um, so what do you find is popular and trending for the upcoming spring and summer seasons? That's something that I know our customers are starting now that Christmas is right around the corner.
Absolutely.
They are looking to the spring and summer. So what do you guys see coming?
Um, Erin, I would like to mention here that we went for a trend track into the New York City.
Okay.
And based on our trend track into the New York City, we observed that these days resinous notes like labdanum, amber are trending a lot into the market. Also, consumers are focusing a lot on well-being. So consumer finds comfort into the fragrances which contain immune boosting or well-being ingredients like honey, tea, turmeric in them. And along with these new trending ingredients, I would say the seasonal fragrance notes like gourmand, fruity fragrance notes like dragon fruit, passion fruit, floral notes like sunflower, hibiscus, green notes like cucumber, wild sage are still trending for the upcoming spring summer 2023 season.
Well, that's great information for them to know. I guess that's pretty well covers all the questions that
Mhm.
I have for you. So, well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much. And it was wonderful talking to you. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Well, you have a great day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day too.
Bye bye, Neha.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.